ListenYourWay.com presents highlights of the 2009 Spring High School Football Preview. This event, recorded live at Good Old Days Irish Pub and Grill in Cumming, Georgia, as part of our second annual Pro Football Draft Party, is brought to you by Andine Chevrolet, Back to Nature, Bobby Amos Waterworks, Coal Mountain Flowers, Gold Chiropractic, Graves Insurance Group, Sports Clips of Cumming, Talent Brothers Auto Parts, and Tools of the Trade. To hear additional highlights of the 2009 Spring High School Football Preview and more original shows, visit ListenYourWay.com.
Thank you for having me here today, Travis.
Yes, sir. And I don't have to ask you any questions. Some of the tough questions about returning players or players that you've lost or how many losses you've had last year at Lambert, because it's a brand new school. You're starting from square one, and this is not the first time that you've been in the situation of starting a brand new program.
No, started 19 years ago at Sequoia. I was the offensive coordinator with Ronnie Jackson as the head coach, and the first 3 years therefore I took over for the last 16 as head coach at Sequoia. But starting a new school, I forgot how much work was involved. It's starting to come back to me. And again, like I said, tremendous parent support, the players, positive attitude. It's really exciting to start something new, and that's the good part of it. The bad part is a lot of organization, a lot of buying equipment. As far as also football, I'm really in charge of the strength conditioning also. So trying to get the weight room ready and get all the programs on working together.
Now, have you had your first meeting yet with the parents and some of the guys, so they know kind of what they're in for in spring practice, or where are you at this point?
We started meeting back in January. We've had several parent booster meetings and players. Really impressed with the turnout. Been up to 200 to 300 people there. Very excited. Again, we're going to be opened up 9th, 10th, and 11th. We really unsure of the numbers. We had physicals during the day at Riverwatch. We don't have a school. Lambert's supposed to be open May 1st. The field's supposed to be open to us, and we're supposed to start spring football May 4th. So it's going to be, hop out of the cars, hope we get everybody dressed and onto the field. And again, the exciting thing about starting a new school, everybody on the team has an opportunity to play.
And for you and your coaching staff also, you'll have some interesting logistical challenges too coming from your other schools that you're at right now.
Well, like I said, everything's new, including the coaching staff. We've been meeting, trying to get organized for spring. But again, like I said, it's you start slowly and you build, and it's a process that you want to try to do it right the first time, so you don't have to back up.
What kind of going into a brand new situation like this? Do you already have your offense and your defense set, or do you wait to see what kind of skills you have coming in, or what's the philosophy there?
Like I said, as a head coach, what I try to do is bring in what I believe in, then try to hire guys underneath me that can make the system better. But offensively, we do base out of a wing tee. But again, we predicate everything we do based on our talent. Once we evaluate our players, if I've got a young man today I hope gets drafted. Cullen Harper was our quarterback at Sequoia. That quarterback the last 2 years at Clemson, and hopefully I hear some good things. Maybe he'll be picked up on draft day. He did set, I think, 27 records at Clemson before he left. So I'm hoping good things for him. Hope he'll give me a call, but with good news. But again, so we start with our quarterback and whatever his ability as far as a running quarterback, a throwing quarterback, then we build our offense around him. And then, coaching for me, I'm very simple-minded. For success, you need to give the ball to someone and do something with it. Defensively, we're very multiple in this day and time. If you've got to be multiple because you face so many different offenses. You've seen the coaches come up, and I don't think anybody ran the same offense. So if you run a base defense, you've got to be able to line up and face either a spread and be able to play a cover 4, or be able to tighten it down and cover 2 against some running team. So you've got to be very multiple. Special teams is also a big part of it, and we try to, every 6 play is a special team. So all those are phases of the game that you hope for success. And really, it all really comes down to it. Probably all the coaches talk about how hard they worked in the off season. All I've been doing is buying equipment. It is really true that your football teams or all your athletic programs are made in the weight room. And unfortunately at Lambert, we don't have that opportunity. We don't even have a weight room. So it's in the process of trying to buy this stuff and get it paid for. And hopefully we'll have that running by June.
Now, how many seasons will you play junior varsity before you have varsity?
It'll just be 1 year, then we'll step back in. And I know for me, coming from Cherokee County, a little bit of different philosophies. Once you start a new school, they bring only in 9th graders, which gives the programs time to build. I've been coaching a long time, and I'm not used to, I'm used to wins or losses really doesn't, that's part of it. I'd rather come into a program that is going to be challenging to step up and play the year after next, whatever level of football we're in, because there's great programs in high school football in Georgia. It's a reason it's heavily recruited in colleges, and they're here a lot when they come by. But, the good thing about playing the next year is you get a chance to play more than 10 games. And it just gives you an opportunity. I'm getting too old to wait 4 years to at least play for something.
And tell us a little bit about your schedule, about some of the teams to be playing and what.
Well, I hadn't even had time to look at the schedule, to be honest with you. Our AD, Coach Ferrer, has made up our schedule. A lot of they pattern a little bit after West Forsyth, which really is neat. They playing every game on Friday night. And we're trying to, the teams we play, we're playing during their open week, so we'll be able to have an opportunity to play against maybe their better juniors that maybe play varsity, so it'll give us more of a look to evaluate our talent. Then we play our 9th grade if it works out well before that. So I do know my first game, because coming from Cherokee, I play actually 2 Cherokee schools, which I'm playing their 9th grade, playing their new school. It's called I actually forgot the name of it. It's a new Cherokee school. And then we played Creekview, which my offensive coordinator, I know Wendell talked about splitting of schools. Al Morrell was my offensive coordinator, and Creekview opened up, and I know what he's going through. It's not easy. And it's always a struggle, but it gives young men more opportunities to play.
And Coach, with the startup program, what kind of a situation with the boosters are you in as far as fundraising? And you said you've been buying a lot of equipment. How much of that is Booster Club, and how much? Yeah.
A lot of it's Booster Club driven. I mean, we've ordered a lot. We unfortunately haven't paid for any of it yet. It's a good thing about fall billing in sports. But we do have our first golf tournament coming up in Laurel Springs this Monday. The disadvantage you have is where you don't have an opportunity to see the young men on a daily basis, and the parents, and then you really have no school to have an identity with. Those are the challenges that comes. But again, everybody up here has talked about the community in Forsyth County, and what they say I agree with. It's a great place for the community to really back their sons and want the best for them. And, the support's been tremendous.
Let's have a round of applause for Coach Sid Maxwell and the Lambert Longhorns. Thank you, Coach.